Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this video game controller stand out of just scrap wood laying around my garage. I hope you enjoy the video. So we got a Nintendo Switch for my kids this year and bought some extra controllers for it. And we've really just had a headache of these controllers finding their way onto the ground or on the couches and not being organized in the family room. So I decided to go out in my garage. I found this piece of 1x4 oak that I had left over from a previous project and thought, let me make a nice little stand to house these controllers and really just keep everything a lot more organized in the house. Okay, so I ran the 1x4 through on my table saw and ended up getting a width of about 2 inches. And now I'm just going to do a cross cut here. And this piece will be about 2 inches by 9 inches in total length. And these measurements honestly do not have to be perfect. Then I put it on my miter saw and I'm testing out a couple angles on this one side. And I ended up going with a 30-degree angle cut on one side just because that's the way that I thought it would look the best. Then with your 1x2 that you've created, you're going to make 3 easy cuts, one of them at 4 inches in length and the other 2 at 2 inches in length each time. This will give you your 4 pieces for the project. So these are 4 building blocks of this assembly, if you will. Our angled piece is about 9 inches in length. This piece is 4 inches in length, and then we have 2 2-inch pieces that we will use for this project. So I'm going to take my 2 largest pieces and I'm just going to connect them here like so using some wood glue. Apply a generous dab of wood glue. Spread around a little bit with your finger, or you can use a little popsicle stick if you don't want to get your finger dirty. And just hold that together, come back, wipe away the excess, you'll be good to go. After the glue dries and that's pretty secure, I'm going to make the connection stronger by adding some nails with my brad nailer. If you don't have a brad nailer or a trim gun like that and you want to screw them together, that's fine. Just please pre-drill before adding your screws so that way you don't split your wood and just completely ruin your project. Next, I'm using these quick clamps to add the 2 smaller pieces to the front. This is where the controller will actually sit on top of. You're going to want to space this out. Maybe grab the controllers that you're using and bring them over and space them out appropriately. Just kind of eyeball where you want them to be and where's it going to look best when you add these 2 smaller pieces to the front of your stand. Okay, now it's time to clean this thing up a little bit. I'm grabbing some sandpaper and just clean up all the edges, making sure there's no sharp points along this whole stand, and then we're going to come back with some stain. Okay, finishing time. Some people might prefer just to leave this oak as it is, but I am going to pull out an old can of wiping stain. This is actually called American Walnut, and the reason this can look so disgusting is I have used this before in my built-ins where my TV sits and where the gaming system sits. So I'm going to pull this same wiping stain out and use it on this piece. So that way when I put the stand in the built-ins, it all matches together and it's going to look really nice. Obviously you can paint yours, you can leave it as is, or you can stain it any color your heart desires. So here's the finished project here. Again, with the stain matching my built-ins, you can see the stand. On the back of this, I've actually added these 2 real simple hooks, and that is for a specific reason for my Nintendo Switch that I'll show you here in a second. So on the Nintendo Switch, we have these red and blue mini controllers that can slide off, and they come with these attachable wristband pieces. So I needed a place to put these as well. That's why I added the hooks on the back of mine. If you're not building a stand for Nintendo Switch, obviously you don't have to have those there. But here's the stand with the 2 controllers sitting up, the attachable wristbands on the back on those hooks again. And again, the stain color is matching my built-in, so it just looks beautiful next to the TV. I'm really happy with the way this project turned out. If you found this video helpful and you like this, hit that like button. I always appreciate people subscribing to my channel.